We will get the money rolling first. We had the pistol round to find out.
Two CTs moving over towards the pop dog position. Steel will pop in and pop out. Very brief indeed. Bombs got headed towards Ivy. Could be a split towards the A site, and it seems that's quite likely. Flashbang being very careful, meticulous, moving into the site around the bomb train now, and so is Mir. He's good for one, but he'll get taken down pretty quickly. Headshots continue to fly in though. JR taking some down, and the CTs are raining in the kills now, leaving Henny alone versus 4, and he won't last very long. Hutchie with another kill in that round to finish things off. 2 quick kills for him, and there goes a pistol. Good start for Vega.
Yeah, and you really like to see that when you're on that CT side, able to get those AWPs in a timely manner. However, of course, with no bomb plant, we're going to see a force buy from Immortals, and Vega Squadron are going to understand that as well. And it's interesting to see, which way teams go with this on the CT perspective, because some CT sides are thinking, okay, we'll get, some more rifles, we'll try to play those longer ranges, we'll expect some of those smokes to go down, we'll wait for the smokes, we'll get the retake in, or you can go for this approach, play closer ranges with the UMPs, you've got more utility to fight back against the execution of the Ts, whatever it may be. And we can see that they're not going to have any grenades because they didn't get that bomb down. So Vega Squadron do have a lot of advantages to play with, but you never know in CSGO, and Kianji definitely didn't know what hit him there. That's a lot of damage from that nade. One of the only players without any Kevlar, unfortunately.
There's time for Immortals though, and they are all still alive. How do they get the... Well, I mean, looking at the setup on B, I think that's probably their best opportunity to get the bomb down.
There you go.
And they might not win the round, but we'll see. I think Vega Squadron are prepared to allow that to happen, but as you saw that Deagle shot come in, Vega Squadron may have to uncomfortably give up a bit more. But maybe let's give them a read that a push could come into A. Not sure what exactly might be going on in Vega Squadron, rotating back and forth. Mir now making his way through CT spawn back into the B bomb site. So it's a 2-2 setup, and JR's getting quite tagged, so problems may be compounded here for the CT side.
It's a really nice play from Immortals, but they are definitely having some trouble now that the UMPs are getting to work on them. However, great damage was done by Bolts previously, leaving JR so low in the yard that maybe there's an opportunity in this 2 versus 2. And he does not have any Kevlar and only a P250, but they should be able to close this one down here. Immortals with a real chance to win this round now as Hutchie closes in, but he's going to get closed down as Henny will bring the P250 to bear there, and Immortals stealing away a round off of the force buy. Very sad stuff for Vega Squadron. Again, it can always happen. Really nice opening Deagle frag that we saw onto Kashanda. And now Vega Squadron have to go for the force buy. So the battle of the force buys begins. But will it be one that ends soon or not? It's always fun when you see, 2 teams just having to force buy it, and just you have that battle that just rages on across like 5 rounds. But
so let's see, Vega Squadron. One player picked up already. Got Kashanda around the E-box, but he's not going to get anything done with the CZ on this occasion, and the round is all but over at this point. Chopper in CT has all the guns trained on him, so he will reset the situation and try to get what little he can out of this. 5.7, a powerful pistol. May have been spotted, Chopper. He'll still land 1 kill at the very least. Trying to pepper Bolts. Bolt's got to be careful. He'll do the job, some crouching at the end to make life even more difficult for Vega Squadron. So now it is eco territory for the CT side. A good start, but not a great continuation for them. But there are still buy rounds to come. So, Dan, for those of us on Go TV, who should they be watching?
It's a really tough one when it comes to Immortals. I mean, Bolts, the IGL, very hard hitter, but I think you're probably going to be thinking about Kianji in a lot of these spots. Very aggressive, has an insane amount of confidence, which is great. And as soon as he brings the AWP into play, it's going to be very fun to watch him get going. So I would probably select him.
Okay, I would. I'm going to pick. I'm not sure whether to pick Mir or JR for Vega Squadron. Those would be one of my choices. I'm going to go with JR. I don't know. I can't pick. Okay, Mir and JR. Switch between them on the CT side. I can't pick. I can't decide which one I want to watch.
Get a second PC. Yeah. Get the game out on your phone.
Get the 2 PCs, man. I remember when I was trying to get Dragon Lore so hard. I had 10 CS:GO accounts. I was just like loading up all kinds of PCs, phones, everything. with different. So now I just have like 9 redundant CSGO accounts. But enough about me. It is time for the buy from both teams. 3-1 in favor of Immortals. Both teams on the buy. JR with the sole AWP. Might be fun to watch in this one.
Yeah, we see a lot of alley pressure coming in from Immortals early into the rounds. GR the one to be the challenger potentially, although we'll have smokes to begin with, which will certainly hamper any visibility for either side, using the, or rather checking the gap in the smoke. And Boltsy's made his way quickly to all the people affectionately call Olafmeister. That's a very fast position out of teammate. Going for a pick-off though. It's looking great here for Vega initially. Kashana with another one is now, it looks like Immortals committed into the play, out of alley, looking for more kills, but still a really good defense. We see Vega just sort of just collapsing back into the bomb train, using the team play very effectively so far.
Another shot there from JR. 2 versus 1, doable for KNG. That's a very nice, fast headshot onto Chopper. Moving up the ladder quietly now. Spots JR, but JR quick on the trigger finger. An expensive round, but a successful round nonetheless for Vega Squadron. We'll see what Immortals' approach is. I mean, Immortals, you can see in the bottom right, they've got bags of cash. So despite Vega Squadron winning the round, they're going to have a worse buy. The UMP's coming out on 2 players, Kashanda on the MP7. So these are very dangerous waters for the Sharks of Vega Squadron. May get hit by the propellers of Immortals speeding past with these AKs. 3-2. Very tricky round indeed for Vega. Do they go aggressive? Do they try and make a push into A main or something like this? They need to get an early advantage.
And we get a lot of pressure once again now into the B side of the map. All Steel going straight out there. What a beautiful timing found by Steel. Able to create a hole in the defense here. Eventually does get traded as he continues the aggression, but again, he's punctured the B bomb site, allows his teammates to follow suit, get in there with that bomb soon perhaps, as it is now being ferried over. JR looking down the long channels here will find himself a first opener. And this is really important because he's going to create so much space for his teammates as he creeps forwards, but surely they're aware of this. GR very fast now. Very nice shot there, straight to the face of Lucas, but the bomb did go down.
Oh, tagging Henny through the corner of the door, and he's going back for more. He knows he's tagged him, coming out with a pistol, and Henny maybe expecting that someone else will peek. Ends up going down for free, leaving Bolts on the high ground. Smokes are on the bomb. They may touch it, but there's 2 men to try and defend things here. Bolts, can he find himself an angle? He's looking for people apart from the diffuser, and it will be diffused in the smoke. The round is being successful for Vega Squadron somehow. That is a hero play from them. Again, they would have been in so much trouble if they'd lost that round, and the odds were stacked against them, but they made it work. Steel charging into the B bomb site. He picks 1 player off, gets the molly out, because very common it's that the CTs will have only 1 person in the B bomb site. Doesn't expect the second one there. But JR, a massive play from him to bring his team back into it. Yeah, and it's really interesting too, just seeing the focus there from Henny, despite the flames being down. JR had just killed one of his teammates there, so perhaps maybe a miscommunication or an oversight, but whatever it was a round for Vega Squadron, and they tied things up indeed. But the money's still flowing here for Immortals to have a full buy, and we'll see Steel picking up a kill as an aggression comes in from Chopper there towards the inner bomb site. And that's, I mean, that is such a fantastic position. Aim pick-off again here for Immortals. That is 2 men down right at the start of the round. You can't really ask for anything more than that for the beginning of your T round. Difficult times again for Vega. 2 of their 3 players in the A side. You can see they're trying to make a difference. Now Bolt's exposed. Only the flashbang going downstairs, so next to no damage in response, but still man advantages for Immortals. Henny with a great angle and the Molotov, forcing Hutchie into the open and taking him down like an innocent partridge, trying to escape. Shadow spotted by Henny, but he misses the shot. It's a 2-on-4, however. He's got the numbers game. He'll be low on the ladder while his teammate is high, and that will be a free kill onto Kashanda. Just too many opponents. Mere 1,600 in the bank. Vega Squadron about to get that reset button pressed by Immortals. And there it is. The last kill from Henny. Immortals in the lead once again.
Very back and forth affair. I like the fight that we're seeing out of Vega Squadron. Obviously, when you lose to that force buy in the second round, it's really, really tough to deal with, honestly. But they managed to get the momentum back fairly swiftly after only conceding 3 rounds in a row. And now it's obviously looking really interesting as far as the money is concerned. Immortals straight back into it. We get 4 HEs here for Vega Squadron. But is it going to be able to do much? Looks like they can't even really get much of a connection at all. And everybody is just going down to these AWPs. Mir finding one, but does get tagged as well. Oh wow, another kill coming in from Mir. Maybe more damage to be had here for him as he is still firing off with this deagle, but eventually he is shot down. And that's another round there for the Immortals side.
Error.
Well then, well then. 5-3, and if you're Vega Squadron, the money absolutely sucks. And the problem with this is every round Immortals win compounds the problem for Vega Squadron, where if they win one round, Immortals are going to have the money to buy straight back again. And as we've seen in a previous round, if Vega Squadron win their round, but they win with 1-2 people surviving, it's going to be hard for them to get that consecutive round, which gives them a thin layer of comfort. Lucas jumping into a bullet there. I think it was him. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Either way, business looks good for Immortals. Of course, as I say that, scout kill comes in from Kashanda. Opportunity knocks for Immortals. Lucas has been tagged down to 30 already. 2 AWPs versus a pistol and a mobile scout. This could be awkward for the Brazilians.
Yeah, and already, I mean, if let's say everything collapses from this point, they've done an amazing job so far to get so much damage in these rounds in which you would expect Immortals, or where they would be counting on getting some clean rounds so they can build that money. But great pressure from Vega Squadron. Chopper still trying to get something done with the scout. Eventually will be taken out, but as mentioned, you know, just a couple kills in the previous round with that deagle, couple kills here. It really adds up in just hampering the economy and its growth for Immortals. So we'll see whether if Vega can actually capitalize on that previous damage now that they get their buy into play again. We have the AWP out, and JR is of course very dangerous. With that, we've already seen some of the work that he is capable of. Now the question really is, you know, where Immortals want to go, how they want to mix things up, because there's such a variety of strategies left for them to use. They have quite the playbook on train. See, the double AWP of course is very scary. Kianji and Henny both very aggressive. Henny looking for a forward play, using the cover of smokes here to get himself out there a little bit deeper than perhaps normal. At the same time, we've got Kianji working towards inner.
This position from Kianji is quite useful when the T's throw a smoke towards connector, because sometimes it can bait a CT to get up on there in the first place, since their vision has been obscured elsewhere. JR, he was over towards Ivy, maybe had a look towards main, and he was punished for that by Henny, who's holding down main on his own. 2 T's above Pop Dog and 2 around the B bomb site, so not exactly sure where Immortals may be headed. They've still got a minute on the clock with which to bring the ruckus, as Wu-Tang would say. Mir at the back of B, maybe going towards the spindles, and Chopper's ahead of him. Could throw a flash for his teammate if he had one, but he doesn't. In fact, Chopper's the only one with a flash. Taking down the bomb carrier. Henny's creeping. No, creeping. Misses the shot. Tries to reposition, but he can't get another shot off in time.
Big play from Chopper there. And so far as 2. Can he get anything else? It looks like Kashanda is going to start to create some distraction there. Chopper will go down to Kianji, but indeed, Kashanda gets the job done from the flank, but still 2 more players left to find. And it's going to be a tough one. He's down to 21 health, of course, and these T's are spread out all over the place. It's very hard to predict where they're going to be coming from. And of course, they have very good information of the 2 areas where Kashanda can come from. So he's having really to assess it. Is this doable in the slightest? And I think he's come to the logical conclusion that with 21 health and with his opponents knowing where he is, it's really too much of a tall order, and he will back away safely with the AWP. Hopefully he does not. Yeah, he should be fine.
It's got no kit either. There could have been a really big change in that round, though, because if you remember when Chopper was alive in the upper area, the T's threw a Molotov after he killed Henny. They threw a Molotov at Chopper in the upper position, but he was ahead of the Molotov as the bomb was being planted. So he could have run out and stopped it, because I mean, he doesn't know if someone's facing or not, but I guess it's 50-50, but he chose not to peek. If he stops the bomb from going down there, then the round may change, but decisions were made, and it goes the way of Immortals.
And I love that we got to capture that moment there, just the AWP battle between Henny and JR, because of course that's one of the That's one of the scary things about Immortals, because you not only have to try to out-AWP and out-duel Henny, you also have to worry about Kanji as well. Of course, we saw both AWPers respectively working the A side of the map and the B side of the map. So JR unable to best Henny in this instance, and we can see the repercussions here. They're pretty severe. Obviously, Vega Squadron in a pretty awful place, economically speaking, and Immortals are on 7 rounds now, so they're starting to look really good in this first half.
Yeah, and I have been critical of Immortals' approach with 2 AWPs in general. Train is probably the best map to do that, and the most reasonable one, and I think against a weaker opponent it's going to be more effective as well, because it can hamper your executions, because you're going to be relying on those picks, but obviously against a weaker opponent you're going to be more likely to get those picks. We've seen Steel just running out into the B bomb site and having success there. Where is Mir? He is come to listen to the music in the lobby area, and he will see 3 players perhaps towards Ivy, but no, he won't. He's going straight towards main. He'll see Henny. Doesn't need to take him out immediately. He's very careful though. Nice crouch makes the deagle slightly more accurate. But where's everybody else? He's got minimal information at the moment.
Okay, this is really weird. Imagine how confusing that is for Henny and how they have to interpret that. Obviously, they had a player over towards that position, but now Immortals, they just have to commit in through the alley position with the AWP out on Miris, already doing additional damage. Oh, they're all just clustering up there through alley, and Lucas will get the kill onto Hutji, but all the information is there for the CTs. There's 40 seconds left to get the bomb into the site, and Steel is so important here. He's got to create distraction, open things up, because right now his teammates are committed to alley, but they can't easily escape unless Steel can draw some fire here, get some pickoffs. And then his teammates can start to progress to the bomb train. And there is not much time left, just a mere 25 seconds as JR is looking for a player. And there it is, he'll spot Lucas going for the peak steal. That was what they needed, and now the bomb can go down.
15 seconds for that bomb to go down. And it's almost a CT crossfire, but they don't have the all-important IV position. Kashanda popping out from Pop. 10 HP now, so make it really hard for him to peek, and Steel with the pre-fire will do the job. Chopper close to the site, got a teammate around the connected position with the AWP, but can he land the shot? The aim punch will save Steel, and that is a wipeout. Nothing saved for Vega Squadron going into the future rounds.
And Steel should have a cape right now, James, because he just swooped in like Superman, saved the day, because that was like, you get a guy just creeping through the white holes and just putting a deagle in Henny's back. Everyone's stuck at alley. You've given them an AWP. That is a hard situation to deal with, and I think a lot of teams just fall apart in that spot. Like, how do you assess the situation? It's so chaotic. There's not much time. But still, again, bailing him out the previous IGL. It's now Bolts, of course, as mentioned. And we'll see Steel working towards the inner position as his teammates play very passively towards the other areas of the map. Ali very passive as well as the team in area. In fact, no one is remotely near team main at the moment. So Immortals perhaps predicting aggression, but it's not to be just yet.
Yeah, change of pace from the Brazilians after all the madness that Steel has been pulling a lot of it over towards the B bomb site. And that might keep Vega Squadron entertained there with 2 players as opposed to the 1 as you often see, which, if Immortals wants to go towards A, will make life easier for them in that direction. KNG looking towards the B bomb site. And again, they've got 2 AWP, so with 50 seconds left, it'll be interesting how they approach the site now that they've chosen to have a slow approach. You can see Henny's lining up some grenades with his teammates, so we may see a wall of smoke, but Kashanda's in a forward position. Will he choose to back off behind the smoke and play with his teammates, or will he stay there in isolation? It might be a one and done spot too if he's lucky. He hasn't moved an inch, but surely his silence is exposing his position from there as well. Steel, though, hasn't noticed anything just yet, and out he comes. No kills for Kashanda.
And the rest of his teammates are stuck behind smoke. Pachi will hear the plant attempt, but he is being the victim of bullets from all over the place as Lucas just darts through the smoke there, aggressively finding multiple kills, leaving it just down to Mir and Chopper, but sorely out of position. Despite this, Mir will pick up a kill, but we can see that Immortals, after getting the bomb down, have sort of fallen back, taken superior positions, and Bolts, great couple kills from him there to finish off the round, and that's one more to add to the tally here for a very, very good scoreline here for Immortals, 9-3.
Yeah, I do wonder if Vega have a prepared response for that, because it's, you know, if you're going to leave one CT by E-Box on his own in front of a wall of smoke when you're going to be facing, you know that if it's an A execute, you're going to have a number of people there. If it's not, you got info. But if it is, he's going to die, right? Unless he has the round of his life. So how many is he likely to get? How many is it worth him dying for to kill? It's got to be a minimum of 2. But
did we see
they didn't seem to have much response to
from
that.
Vega to help him out?
I didn't notice any, but I can't say for sure if they were from the back, but didn't seem that way.
Yeah, it felt like there wasn't, but sometimes you have to be looking for that, because there's so many things happening. You have to be looking specifically for one of those flashbangs to come in, but it would have a perfectly timed flashbang would have really made some difference there for him, that's for sure. But indeed, this 9-3 scoreline is intimidating at this point. Kianji with the AWP from Team-Main looking to make this anti-eco a bit easier. It's going to be Henny, though, working from Pop Dog. How oppressive it must be when you've got both Kianji and Henny just working those ults from 2 sides. Another nice Deagle shot to be featured, but it's small consolation in the face of yet another round won by Immortals, and in such a convincing manner as well.
Yeah, Vega Squadron is the draw you want at the moment in this stage of the tournament. 10-3. Vega winning the pistol, but losing the force buy immediately afterwards. On the buy once again, JR on the AWP. In the few rounds they've won, we've seen he's been important. Henny out immediately, exposed to the high ground, but straight in the face, and it's JR he takes down. And again, we've seen JR, he's made some power plays to win some of the few rounds Vega Squadron have got, so for him to go down immediately, that's not a good sign. Hutji with an aggressive response. Good timing. Henny fires the shot, leaves him exposed, and he will be exposed. Vega Squadron now in the lead.
Plenty of time, though, to try to work something back here, and Kianji might just find a good timing indeed. With that AWP. Looking to go for the peak. Kashanda's got to be careful here. Molotov tossed out, though, and smoke found for cover there to keep Kashanda safe for the time being. However, how long will that last? We do have Lucas coming in from Ali, so he's one of the most important players here to try to create something, and they can really go 2 ways with it. Either initiate out of Pop Dog first, or Lucas can initiate first, because it's going to be harder for the guys to get out of Pop Dog. Looks like they'll do it simultaneously, however, and see what they can find. Lucas soon to have an engagement, spots ahead, but it's his head to be set to roll on the train yard as we get a trade coming in now. Steel and Kianji with 30 seconds to try to salvage this.
It's an important pick onto Kashanda, and it might just help them get the bomb planted, but Mir is rotating towards Ivy. KNG is going to get taken down from the back. Stereo kills from Vega Squadron, no plant for Immortals. And finally, Vega are back on the scoreboard, but how far can they take it? We'll see how they spread the wealth on their team. The rifles are coming out, so indeed, the round after they win a round, they have a better buy than we've seen previously.
So 4 rounds. A hard-fought 4 rounds. They did, of course, win the pistol, but they did lose to a force buy. So it hasn't been an easy road at all in any sense. And we get a very fast round here from Immortals straight into the train yard of A. And it will be met with quite some violence there. Hutji takes one, but Steel pushes so fast and so hard there into the deep positions, able to pick up 2 frags, but in the chaos, you can barely even commentate this. Everyone's just dying all over the place.
It's like a pistol round on fast forward.
And that's the 5th round for Vega Squadron. They'll be happy with that one. That is, you know, something you can work with, but it's still very, very tough, isn't it?
That round was just a blur.
I know, right? I was trying to paint a picture, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. Everyone's dying. Everyone's fighting. It was a brawl. It was like a pub brawl.
Well, maybe the worst is over for Vega Squadron, because they were quite overwhelmed in a number of rounds, be them fast or slow, on their defensive half. But now it's their turn to try and set the pace. We have the glowing hair of Sapphire. She is our observer for the second half of today's matches, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it the first half? I think it's the first half, actually. Maybe this is our last game. Anyway, 5-10. Vega Squadron have it all to do. It's an important pistol round for them. 3 players on the Kevlar. Mir's gone for the Deagle. And there are some nice narrow angles. Oh,
no.
Blockerino. Oh dear, that's not a good start.
Oh, that feels bad, doesn't it? That feels bad. We've all been there. We've all been there. That was all so horrible.
That reminds me, I mentioned it once before, of some guy from a group of friends who was like a silver or something, made a highlight video. And he's like blocking his teammate and does 2 doors. And his teammate dies and he goes and kills the guy. And that's like part of his highlight video. It's unreal.
That is amazing. Well, it's pushed now into the bomb site here. Well, Kianji has something to say about that. That's going to be 3 kills for him so far. And now, I mean, it started very poorly for Vega Squadron. A bit of misfortune, mistiming. But now it's the round that has been missed as it's Immortals who claim the pistol. And all the pressure is on Vega to do what Immortals did and to win the force buy that is now to come. Here it is. I like that we get this from Kianji's perspective. He's just like, what's happening right now?
I wonder if he shot his teammate. Because it was Mir who had the Deagle as well.
Yeah, because you're taking that shot with that Eagle. Like, you are I'm taking that shot through my teammate for sure.
If you land a headshot, even for your teammate, it's going to be a kill, but opportunities have come and gone. Mir on the Deagle once again. Kevlar, no helmet. Almost all the Immortals players on the rifles, and it's JR who's going to get the first Eagle kill. Will it be the last one though? Aim punch will be a problem for him, down to 10 HP now. But Lucas, he's been picked off, but KNG putting things back in the favor of his side. We've got 1 player towards electric box, but there's enough range, I would say. So you can always be surprised by the Tech 9, but not today. Henny with the UMP will take care of Kashanda, and it was Chopper left alone. But perhaps he will be on the board. Indeed he will be. So that's a good run for Immortals. They'll be happy with that. All good in the hood.
Yeah, and I think this match, so far we're seeing a lot of comfort here and there from Immortals, but Vega Squadron have given them quite some difficult rounds, to be honest. Like, they've really fought convincingly in the rounds in which they've made close, in the rounds in which they've won, of course. So, but I feel like this scoreline, if it continues this way, it may look a lot more dominant than it necessarily was. And that's just how CSGO is from time to time. And look at Lucas just going straight up the stairs. The MP9 having a field day. 3 quick kills for him. Pulls out the pistol, looks for the ace. He will be denied by JR, but it's Bolts to pick up the pieces of JR. He has no interest in this. He's just going to go and do a runner. He's left the bomb behind. He's like, I don't, please let me live. Let me survive.
Hunger Games. He died. He died. Okay. 13-5. Does not look good at present. I think it's reasonable to say for the Vega Squadron, but it's buy time. They've got their AKs out. They've got grenades. It is time, if they have something to offer. See what they can do. The bomb outside main at the moment. Looks like it might be lining up a grenade or just holding an angle, so can't read into any potential intentions for the time being. The CT's taking presence close to main. It might even be a push here from the CT side. They're not going to wait around. They want to take the game away from Vega Squadron. They overwhelm them in the first half, and they look to do the same in the second. They know they are the stronger team, the superior team, and they want to impose their will on Vega Squadron.
I think they're just going to go for the set piece with smokes on A, I think. But it's so dangerous because look at Henny's position. I don't think you can't really do it until you clear this space. I mean, with the forward smoke there, now you can't really safely run out of T main. So Henny will give up the position though, so now it's okay. But still, it is scary.
Yeah, but maybe that gives them an extra man, because how do they even push in the main area with that going on? Being very careful, and JR's the closest one. He doesn't want to lose the bomb. See, Chopper's made his way in there as well, and nobody's watching Ivy position. Mir gets a kill for free. What is going on? Where's the communication? How has this happened for Immortals? Mir with 2 kills, and now it's going to be absolute bedlam. T's coming in from everywhere. How has this happened to Immortals? Had a hard read on Popdog and main. I think a smoke was down on Ivy, but it's not a brick wall. Vega Squadron going through it, Mir making a hero play, taking a gamble, and it pays off. The house has been defeated for this round.
Yeah, it's definitely what you would describe as a mistake there from Immortals, just having, like, because one thing, you know, having somebody watching it and losing the 1 versus 1, then there's time to react at the very least for the player that supports on the green train, but of course, you know, we're in a situation there where he walks out. That's 2 free kills for me. No one's looking. That shouldn't happen for Immortals, definitely speaking. So it's great though. Of course, the Vega Squadron gives them a real chance back into this, because let's look at the situation. They're going to survive with 5 players. Okay, 2 just died to the bomb, James. 2 players just died to the bomb, James.
Mir got sent into orbit then.
James, 2 players just died to the bomb.
Mir was sent in to orbit. Well, now the question is, well, I mean, I was going to say, can they break the economy and make life really hard? Maybe there's opportunity there. I mean, let's be fair. Immortals took a risk, and it did not go well for them at all. But they are on the buy. They are back on the double AWPs, this time on the CT side. And they were dominating with those in every type of round, almost, in the first half. And I'd be surprised if that did not continue. Look at the aggression from Immortals. Last time towards main, this time towards Ivy. Molotov will force Lucas back, but Vega Squadron will abandon Ivy for the time being as well.
I actually really like the forward smoke there, because, I mean, we can look at it this way. If Vega Squadron wanted to run a fast round, that little play there, which was not even necessarily designed to get a kill, but, you know, a kill would be a bonus, slows them down a lot. And because there's 2 AWPs on Immortals, it gives their AWPers more time to do stuff, to maybe find picks, maybe get angles. So it slows the round down to a position which strengthens Immortals' chances to get to use their advantages.
KNG with a very nice angle. Not sure if he spotted 2 players, but some information for the CT side. Still with a kill on the high ground, moving to the low. They might be looking for him. He's going to make a nuisance of himself, as he did in the first half. Lucas taken down in the meantime. Bomb getting planted. No angle for Steel. And the team's got nice post-plant positions already, but JR might need to get off the site. The grenade, though, may not allow him. More damage done. He's got 1 HP. 1 HP Jesus, chipping a chair.
Can he actually do some damage from this position? That would be so outrageous. Steel shuts him down, though, and that's going to be the cue to go in here for the CTs. Immortals need to get onto that bomb very quickly at this point. 2 players left. Kishanda is the only one now by E-Box. Oh, shot through there. And that looks like they know exactly what's up. Kishanda has to play it perfectly, but there's no opportunity to do so. Henny is not playing around, and it will be a defuse coming in from Kianji in a timely manner. Immortals now onto 14. Decent attempt, though, from Vega. They had really nice post-plant positions, but you have to love the patience from Immortals there, because they have so many players alive in that post-plant position. It can be very hard sometimes to coordinate your team to play that situation effectively.
Big damage coming out from these AWPs on the CT side. It's been a good map for the Immortals AWPers, that's for sure, showing their power, their prowess, their proficiency. 2 rounds away are Immortals from a victory in this match. We see some shortcomings now in the buy for Vega Squadron, a Tech 9 only for Kishanda. And Henny is puncturing more balloons towards the B bomb site. 3 players remaining for Vega Squadron, and not much time has passed. The fun police are here, as far as Vega Squadron are concerned. Chopper, not allowed to stand anywhere near T-spawn. The CTs are everywhere.
Yeah, and you can see it's quite the struggle to play up against Immortals, who are happy to take some risks, happy to try and, you know, use those double AWPs, playing it patiently at the right times, playing aggressively, you know, when it suits them. And this is a great position from Lucas here, and there's so much to work with in this position, because I was going to say he could just hold that spot, and if they go alley, great, he gets a great engagement. If they go towards A main, his teammates will spot it. He can get a very fast flank in. You know, there's lots to work with there, but decides to go aggressive. What doesn't work out this time. Timing is sometimes your best friend and sometimes your mortal enemy in the game of Counter-Strike. And an interesting 2v2, considering that what we have left for Immortals are the 2 AWPers.
KNG has an angle and he has some info, but he hasn't chosen to strike just yet. I don't know if he saw the second player, but look at his angle. It's absolutely perfect. So hard to plant the bomb when the CTs have vision and possession of the IV area. Mir going for the fake, baiting KNG out. There are 9 seconds remaining, however. KNG don't need no second man, no trade fragger. He's good for the kill himself, and that puts Immortals on match point.
T-side's hard, man. It's hard to play that T-side. Vega Squadron probably feels like they're banging their head against a brick wall at the moment. Let's see what they're up to here. We've got Tech 9s, a bunch of grenades to work with as well, and we'll likely see a rush somewhere. BA, you can of course do, there's good options for the utility and Tech 9s from both perspectives, so see which the choice will be. Looks like it's going to be a quick rush through Pop Dog and T main. They're setting up the smokes now. How well can Immortals defend?
A quick one from Vega Squadron, perhaps before Immortals can take the team map control, but there's a 2-man spray down for Steel. He's got the garden hose out. Henny, oh, what a lovely shot from Henny, and he's good for the second one as well. JR remains versus 5. Immortals are really enjoying themselves in this game, and it's a good boost of confidence going ahead into the next one. But JR, how much can he do? 1 versus 5, defeated 50, asking too much of him. Immortals dominating train on both halves, 16-6, absolute spanking from them.
Yeah, definitely, and it really shows you the dynamics and how things change between CT and T side, because once you're on that T side, you're against a team that has so much skill between the AWPers and the riflers and the setups and the aggressions they can play, how well they can play off of a post plant. You know, we saw a great CT side from Immortals from that perspective. So you have to be strategically on point, but you also need to be explosive individually. And there is so much demand for all those skill sets that it seemed like a bit too hard there. But we saw on the CT side a lot of potential from Vega Squadron. They were able to hit their shots. We saw some good performances here and there. Of course, they did lose the second round after winning the pistol, which does really hurt. But I think Vega Squadron shouldn't be too demoralized by this.
Yeah, it was somewhat a bully match from Immortals, though. So I think it might be some level of demoralization. But just one game a day, can move on and focus on what is to come in the next day. Immortals, very nice match from them, and that's I think that's what we should have expected from that game.
And yeah, especially if you consider that yesterday they played Astralis. It's quite the contrast for them to then be able to be like, okay, playing Astralis, it's kind of hard to run your own game. It's a very